All right.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. My name is Terry Collins with Millennium Realty, and I'm here with Miss Cam.
Hi.
And Cam is going to tell us a lot about her business here in Ridgeland. She specializes in photography and healing. So, Miss Cam, tell us a little bit more about your business.
All right, so I'm Cam, obviously, thank you. I'm a photographer. I've been a photographer for 10 years plus. But the part about photography for me is that it's a healing mechanism. Everybody
Awesome.
has their ministries, right?
Yes.
I'm not a minister as in a preacher, but I believe God gave me a vision to see beyond what the surface is. So I always tell people, I take pictures of not just what you look like, but who you are.
Awesome.
Because that's what we do. We tell the story here.
Fantastic.
And so I specialize right now, and this month, I'm specializing in families because I'm new to the area. So I want to meet as many people as possible, introduce them to the CAM era, which is my business.
Great.
And but come January, I'm going to really hone down on my specialty, which is maternity images and funeral photography.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit more about that, the maternity and the funeral aspect.
Okay. I'm a painter. I paint people, body painting actually. And that was really the catalyst into art for me. I started seeing people not as black or white or Hispanic, but gold and silver, like serious metallic colors. And I thought, well, that was just strange. And one day I asked this guy, could I paint him gold? And when I did, it was just such a moving process.
Awesome.
And I just saw him as a very godlike sort of figure. But the next day, when I put the images out, this woman was pregnant. And she said, wow, have you ever thought about doing maternity images and in your style? And I said, no, I didn't think about it. And when I painted her, it was as if we could hear heaven.
Awesome.
The baby felt so calm. The energy in the room was amazing. And I really felt like I was offering pregnant women an opportunity to be seen in all of their beauty and to really be appreciated and to be still. Because when you're birthing and giving life, you're never still. And so for me to be able to take over that process and paint and then photograph them and give them lasting art that isn't just a pregnant body, but something that's a little more ethereal. It's been fantastic.
Fantastic. And that's something that's new, that a lot of pregnant women are taking pictures, and they are beautiful. And I did look at some of your gold and silver images, and I think they are great too. So we're going to make sure that we post some of those on the website.
You. I didn't take pregnancy images, and that's the one regret I have. I've got 3 kids, and I was so ashamed of my pregnant body. The stretch marks and the...
At that time, it wasn't deemed as beautiful.
Right? It's so true. That's sad. But
and it's always life.
I know. So here we are.
Yes, ma'am. So great. So you said that you've been doing photography for 10 years, but what actually got you started
in photography?
In this business here?
Oh, in Jackson?
Yes.
All right. So I've been a little bit all over the place. I started in Jackson. I was born and raised here.
Awesome.
Went to all JPS schools, and then I started working at the news station right after college, WAPT.
Awesome.
Thought I'd be a news reporter, this famous girl on TV. It was like, it was the dream.
Yes.
But reality hit, and news reporting was, I did a lot of murders and crime.
Right.
It just doesn't work with how I like to exist every day. And so I started looking for other careers, right? And so I moved around, bounced around. I did pharmaceutical sales. I did just dancing, some acting. And then eventually I wound up back in Boston, and I went to photography school. A few more trips around the world. I said, I want to come home. I'm tired of traveling, and I want my kids to really grow up and be around grandma and my family and my roots. And so I really just made the commitment one year, and I said, coming home. So 3 months later, I ended up here in Jackson.
Right.
And this studio was not even supposed to happen. Let me tell you.
Tell me.
I was sitting, I went across next door to get some earrings, just shopping, and the girl Ross said, there's a studio next door. You ought to open up a painting and healing session, because I've been doing energy healing with her for a while. And I said, I don't know. It's a lot of responsibility. I don't know if I'm doing it. She was like, girl, God. She was like, you always giving messages. This is your message. Literally next moment, the landlord for this place called and said, hey, I got a space open right across the hall from you. You know anybody who wants to rent it?
Awesome.
And I was sitting there. I said, That was quick.
Yeah.
He works good and quick.
And quick.
And so
He said he knew you were going to move.
because I swear I had no intention. And he came up 10 minutes later, and I was writing him out a check. And then I looked at the empty space, and I was like, Lord, what am I going to do in here? And I started seeing shapes and colors and people, and just a really good, calming environment where we can be and we can explore, and where people can come in and not ask me to Photoshop them because they got a double chin, but really accept their double chin.
Awesome.
And we can get to a place of healing visually.
And you know, I think that's a lot of us common people. I don't like to take selfies, and so I do also have a trying to find my good side.
Right.
And I would appreciate if someone could, like you say, help you define that all your sides are good, and let me just let you accept yourself as you are.
Oh, I got chills. I do. I consider myself this coach when I'm in here because I can Photoshop you and make you look like anybody because that is a skill set. But it's not what I want to do because it's really projecting a false narrative.
Right.
And that does no good for anyone.
Exactly.
So yeah, when you come in here, if you got a pimple, honey, I will get rid of it because that is not your native face.
It's not always there.
But if you have something, a birthmark, and I think it's beautiful, and I'm going to be the wrong photographer if you're asking me to hide what is naturally on your being.
Awesome. Awesome. I love that. That sounds great, Cam.
All right, so when you gonna come in, girl?
Well, we're gonna have to schedule something.
I'm excited.
I really want to do it. I was, like I said, I was looking at your specials, and so we're gonna talk about some of those. What specials you have? You said for this month it's families.
Yes, I'm doing mini sessions, and so the mini sessions are just $75, and you come in and I'll do a 20-minute session. That's really all we need, and you get your digital images because people are in social media. And so I'll give you digital images plus your full session, and you're gonna walk out with like a crazy amount of energy. I believe that once people really sit themselves down and just enjoy the process of taking the photograph and not being nervous,
Right.
you know, when you leave and see yourself, it changes. So the special is $75 for 20 minutes, and that's on our Christmas vignette, which is right behind us.
Awesome. Christmas. Is it in there? We have to make sure. Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
there.
you can see the vignette right behind. And there's also something I do. It's called Boutique Mondays, and this is specifically for people who have a business or product. It's $75, and what you do is you bring whatever you want to in the studio, and for 1 hour we shoot as much as we can. Outfit changes, you can get headshots done. I had a girl come in with earrings. She brought in 100 pair of earrings, and we put them in every corner of the studio, and we shot all day. We went outside, she had some bracelets on her wrist, we shot. And so that's really just an opportunity to let entrepreneurs and business owners
And to give back.
and to get so many pictures, because you know how much content we need daily
Yes.
to put out. And so I'm like, listen, bring
Yes,
as
I
much
do.
as you can. We don't have to shoot 30 images in one outfit.
Right.
'Cause I'm good.
Yeah.
We shoot 5, we'll get it, change
And then we'll
clothes,
change.
and then
Awesome.
I'll give you all your images and do what you
So
do.
basically, for any shot, we bring our own clothing, and then we go from there.
And we shoot for an hour, and that's the Boutique Monday session, $75. And I keep my prices relative to what I needed when I was starting out.
Right.
I couldn't afford a whole, $250, $400 full-on shoot.
Correct.
And I do price for that with my paintings. And so that's where I make up on the back end, but I just like people and
Awesome.
shooting.
So you do paintings also?
Only people.
Only people.
Don't put me on a canvas, honey.
Awesome.
I cannot. It would just look
I
like
got
boom,
you.
boom, boom.
I got you. Fantastic. So you talked about your future goals, and you talked about how you actually located in this area. Excuse me. So what are some of your favorite places to visit in the Richland area?
Oh, well, first off, I love Primos. You want me to grab you some water? There we go. There you go.
Thank you. Excuse us.
Excuse us. We up in here. Bless you. Favorite places in Ridgeland. I absolutely am a foodie, so I love Primo's. The caramel cake there.
To die for.
Oh my God. I think I gained 6 or 7 pounds alone just eating their caramel cake for lunch. And then Pam's Fish House gave me my whole life because I didn't do fried foods up north. Just everybody's on kale and salads. And so coming back south, I'm just eating as much as possible. So those are my food places. I absolutely adore shopping at the local places. So Bishy Chrissy is one of my favorite boutiques. She's right up the road from here, but
Awesome.
her clothes are fantastic. I'm actually wearing most of her stuff today.
Fantastic.
Mhm.
I have to see if she would ready for an interview.
Oh, she would, and her
Great.
stuff is amazing.
Awesome. Make sure I get that name. Say it again.
Bishy Chrissy.
Bishy.
Chrissy, yeah,
Like
Bishy
that.
Chrissy.
So, what would you like to tell your customers about you to make them come in and get this great service that you offer?
You know, I think the most important thing people need to understand about me is that I'm a mirror. And before I even pick up the camera, I have experienced, and I believe that you're in my space because we've experienced something similar, and that God has put us together to explore whatever that is. So the camera really is second nature to the purpose.
Awesome.
And my purpose is to understand why we are reflecting of each other.
Okay.
And then I pick up the camera to leave you with the lasting memory. I like to freeze time. That's my superpower.
Awesome.
You know, we
Go
freeze
Superwoman.
time. Superwoman, we all got one.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I freeze time and give you that memory, but really I think what sets me apart is that it's my deep belief that there's no coincidence, number one, and that God brought us into this space in order to be able to see different, so that I can see you different, so that you can see me different, and so that we can see ourselves different. And that is the photography second.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Cam, tell everyone what's the best way to contact you.
The best way to contact me, you can go to my website, www.thecam-era.com. My phone number is 443-912. What is my number? Lord, we don't call ourselves. Let's see. 443-312-9910. I really had to dial it on the phone. I'm a visual person.
That's great. Most of us are.
Right. And then my Instagram and all my handles are the same. It's at the Cam Era. And the reason I named it the Cam Era is because my name is Cam.
Mm-hmm.
But number one, I use a camera, so it's interchangeable. And then it's a new era. It's the era of really accepting who we are, how we show up. And even if we want to change it, it doesn't matter, because how you are today is how you are today.
Exactly.
And what you'll be tomorrow.
It's
We can
what
take
you'll be
another picture. It's
tomorrow.
only $75.
There you go.
You know
Let's
what
do
I
it
mean?
again.
Let's do it again.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I thank you very much, Cam. And so we're going to shut down our video here and get ready to talk some more.